Hey everyone, welcome to the very first episode of the show. I'm really grateful you're here today. Genuinely. This is Money Moves with Jenna, and this is a place for people who are building a new future, not because they had the perfect starting point, but because they made the decision to start anyway. Our first episode is big and emotional. How to build wealth from zero, the beginner's blueprint. And I brought someone whose story, honestly, has moved me more than once. He's been at zero and below zero. He knows what it feels like to fight your way up from the bottom. Marcus, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Jenna. It feels surreal to be here, talking about something so close to my heart. I'll be honest. Talking about zero is heavy. Zero is a place I lived in for a long time. Not just financially, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Zero isn't just a number. Zero is a moment, a season, sometimes a whole chapter. But it's also the place where everything begins.
Yeah, I felt that in my chest. And I think a lot of people listening are already feeling seen. Maybe for the first time.
I want someone listening right now. The person who's afraid to even check their bank account. The person who keeps thinking, I'm so behind. I want you to hear this. You are not behind. You are beginning. And beginnings are powerful because they mean you still get to choose who you become.
Yeah, that's exactly why we're doing this episode. All right, let's really sit in this for a moment. Because before the spreadsheets and the how to save and how to invest, there's something deeper. There's the emotional reality of being at zero. And Marcus, I want to start there because so many people feel shame, fear, embarrassment, even grief tied to money.
Yes, those emotions. That's the real starting point. Zero isn't empty. Zero is full of feelings. It's waking up at 3 a.m. with your heart pounding because you're afraid to look at your bank balance. It's sitting in the parking lot outside your job, trying to breathe before going in. It's eating less so your kids or your siblings or your family can eat more. It's the humiliation of swiping your card and praying it goes through. It's the loneliness of feeling like you're the only one going through it.
Yeah, I've lived those moments. Growing up in Southern Ohio, my mom stretched $20 like a miracle worker. You don't forget the sound of your mother sighing in the grocery store line as she quietly removes an item from the cart. That stays with you?
It does. And when you grow up with that kind of financial trauma, it shapes your identity. You don't just learn to survive. You learn to expect struggle. And sometimes, you start believing you deserve it.
That's heartbreaking, but it's so real.
Yeah, and that's why building wealth from zero isn't only about dollars. It's about healing. It's about rewriting your story. It's about telling yourself, I deserve stability, I deserve peace, I deserve options.
Before we go to the next section, I want to ask a question. A vulnerable one. Did you ever feel ashamed?
All the time. Shame clung to me like a shadow. I felt embarrassed buying groceries with a nearly empty account. I felt small sitting in front of bill collectors. I felt stupid every time I fell behind. But here's the turning point. Shame grows in silence. It dies in truth. The moment I told myself the truth. I am struggling, but I am not a failure. Things began to shift.
Thank you for being that honest. Someone listening needed to hear that. Let's talk about survival mode. Because survival mode is loud. It screams. Possibility whispers. How does someone in survival mode start hearing the whisper of possibility again?
Survival mode is like being underwater. You're holding your breath, trying to reach the surface, but life keeps pushing you back down. And when you're underwater, you don't dream. You don't plan. You don't think long term. Your brain does not care about 10 years from now. It just cares about today. About the next hour, maybe the next meal.
Yeah, I think a lot of listeners are nodding right now.
To hear possibility, you have to create even the smallest pocket of stillness. Sometimes that's 10 minutes alone in your car. Sometimes it's a walk. Sometimes it's crying in the shower. Whatever breaks the cycle, even briefly, gives your brain space to imagine something different.
Can you explain how someone shifts from "I'm drowning" to "I'm evolving"?
It starts with language. Your inner voice is powerful. What you repeat becomes what you believe. When I was broke, I kept telling myself, "This is just my life. I'll always struggle." And for years, my life matched that sentence. Then I changed the words, even though it felt fake. I said things like, "I'm learning something that will save me. I'm becoming someone strong. I'm building wealth, even if I can't see it yet."
That's emotional discipline. That's self-mothering, self-fathering, self-coaching, all at once.
Exactly. It's parenting the version of you who didn't get the financial guidance they deserved.
Let's take a moment of silence. Let that sink in. Now, let's shift into the actual blueprint. Step 1, stabilize your reality. Not investing, not building passive income, not dreaming about financial freedom. Stabilize.
Right. Stabilization is the first brick in the foundation. You can't build wealth on chaos. Picture a house. If the foundation is cracked or uneven, no matter how beautiful the upper floors are, eventually the whole thing collapses. Your finances are the same.
Walk us through what stabilization actually means.
Stabilization means understanding your money intimately, not guessing. Not, "I think I spend about this much." No, knowing. For 30 days, track every single dollar, every ride, every coffee, every $9.99 subscription you forgot about, every auto pay you didn't even realize was still happening.
People underestimate how much money leaks out in the quiet places.
Yes, money leaks through silence, through ignorance. When you shine light on your spending, you gain power. That power is the beginning of stability. Awareness isn't judgment, it's clarity.
Let's pause there. A lot of people avoid looking at their finances because they're afraid. Afraid to see the truth. Afraid it will confirm their worst fears.
Yes, avoidance feels easier until it becomes more painful than the truth. Facing your finances is like taking the first deep breath after holding it too long. It hurts for a moment, but then the relief comes.
Beautifully said.
Then comes the micro emergency fund. People hear emergency fund and get overwhelmed. They think they need thousands saved. But if you're at zero, your first milestone is $100, then $200, then $3. Tiny wins build massive emotional stability.
Talk about debt, because I know someone listening is drowning in it.
Debt is emotional. Debt carries shame. Debt whispers lies like, "You're irresponsible. You're behind. You'll never catch up." But here's the truth. Debt is a math problem, not a moral failure. The first step is not pay it all off. It's stop adding more debt. Stop the bleeding. Then build small, consistent payments. Even $20 a week creates momentum.
Now, this is where the emotional work meets the financial strategy. Step 2, skills. Because skills are how you escape survival mode.
Yes, skills are the engine of wealth. Not saving money, not budgeting, not cutting coupons. Skills.
And yet, the number one thing I hear is, "I don't have skills."
That's not true. Everyone has skills. They just don't recognize them as valuable. Maybe you're great with kids. Maybe you're organized. Maybe you explain things clearly. Maybe you're patient. Maybe you can fix things. Maybe you've been through trauma and learned resilience. That's a skill. But because life didn't label it as a career skill, you think it's nothing. It's not nothing. It's the raw material for something meaningful.
Let's list some high-income skills someone can learn today. Free.
Copywriting, digital marketing, basic coding, video editing, graphic design, social media management, sales. customer support, freelance writing, UX research, podcast editing, virtual assistants.
That is such a wide range.
It is. And anyone can pick one and start learning today. On YouTube, on free online courses, on community college sites that have free modules. There are more free learning resources today than any generation before us.
We got a listener question from Chicago. They ask, how do I pick a skill when everything overwhelms me?
You pick the skill you're willing to be bad at for 30 days. Because that's the real test. If you can survive the embarrassment, the awkwardness, the mistakes, that's the skill that will likely transform your life.
That's powerful.
It's true. Your future is built on the skills you're willing to learn when you look foolish.
Let's leave a moment of silence there. All right, let's move forward. Because once you stabilize and start building skills, something shifts inside you. Something subtle at first, but powerful. You start seeing possibilities where before you only saw obstacles. But then comes the part that scares a lot of people, making money from those skills.
Yes. This is where identity begins to change. When you make your first dollar from something you created, not from a boss, not from a paycheck, but from you, it hits different. It hits your soul. It tells you, you can create value.
Let's go deeper into that. You say the first step to building wealth is earning your first $100 from a skill. Why specifically 100?
Because $100 is small enough to feel achievable and big enough to shift your identity. When you earn your first $100 from something you created, you realize you're not limited to your job. You realize you have agency. You realize you can create income. And that realization becomes momentum.
Can you talk about what your first $100 felt like?
I remember it like yesterday. I was 19. I edited a video for a local artist in Baltimore. He paid me $100 in cash. Crisp bills. I stared at them for a long time. It wasn't the amount. It was what it represented. It represented possibility. It represented that my skill, my time, my brain could create value independent of a job. And that is when I stopped feeling powerless.
You're making me emotional.
Yeah, it still hits me. Because when you grow up broke, you internalize the belief that money is something that happens to you, not something you create. That first $100 broke that belief.
Let's pause here for just a moment. I want everyone listening to imagine themselves holding that first 100 in their hands, earned from a skill. Feel it. Feel the confidence that comes with it. Okay, let's get into the practical part. For someone listening who wants to make their first $100 from a skill, what are some accessible ways to do that?
There are many paths. Let me give a mix of emotional and practical, because the emotional piece matters too. Number 1, freelancing on platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, or local Facebook groups. You can offer writing, editing, design, tutoring, voiceovers, customer service help, anything. Number 2, tutoring. This can be in person or online. You can help a middle schooler with math or reading. You can help someone learn English. You can help someone study for a test. Number 3, pet sitting or dog walking. Huge demand in most US cities. Number 4, social media help for small businesses. Local coffee shops, bakeries, salons, gyms. They are always looking for help managing their pages. Number 5, selling digital templates, resumes, planners, invoices, anything simple. Number 6, delivery driving. Not glamorous, but effective.
Let me pause you. For someone listening who is saying, I have social anxiety, or I'm an introvert, what are some quiet solo ways to earn?
Great question. There are many. Video editing, copywriting, graphic design, transcription, selling digital files, coding simple websites, editing podcasts, virtual assistance tasks that don't require calls.
Good. This is important because money isn't one size fits all. Your personality matters.
Exactly. You don't have to become a salesperson or influencer. You don't have to become loud. You just have to become consistent.
Let's talk about consistency. because that's the hardest part for most people.
Yes. Consistency is the real magic ingredient. Not talent, not intelligence. Consistency. If you give 2 hours a week to a skill, only 2 hours, in 6 months you will be ahead of 90% of people. Because most people quit. Most people stop when it gets uncomfortable.
I want to ask something tender. Why do people quit so early?
Because trying something new brings up old wounds. If you grew up being told you weren't good enough, learning a new skill triggers that voice. If you grew up in survival mode, slowing down to learn feels unsafe. If you grew up around criticism, making mistakes feels like proof that you're not meant for this.
Wow. Can we sit with that for a moment? Long, cinematic pause. You said something earlier that I want to dig into. You said, time is a budget.
Yes, people think they don't have time, but often they just haven't budgeted it. They budget their money, sometimes, but never their hours.
Talk about how someone can budget time emotionally, not just practically.
Emotionally, time budgeting means giving yourself permission to grow slowly. It means saying, I don't need to do everything today. I just need to take one step. It means valuing your future self enough to carve out minutes, not hours, for learning. Practically, time budgeting means this. You list your responsibilities. You find the quiet pockets. You reclaim the hidden moments, the waiting, the scrolling, the worrying, and turn them into investment. Even 15 minutes a day changes your life.
I want people to really understand that. 15 minutes a day, over 1 year, becomes 90 hours. That is enough to become competent at almost anything.
Exactly. Small effort, repeated consistently, becomes transformation.
All right, let's gently walk into investing. People fear this part. Why?
Because investing feels like a foreign language. People think it's only for rich people, or people with financial advisors, or people who already have money. But investing, at its core, is simple. It's ownership.
I love that word, ownership.
Yes, investing means you own little pieces of companies. And those companies work for you, even when you're sleeping.
Explain index funds in a way that's gentle and beginner-friendly.
Imagine a giant basket. Inside the basket are hundreds of companies. Apple, Amazon, Walmart, Microsoft, all kinds. When you invest in an index fund, you're buying the entire basket. So if one company struggles, the others balance it out. It's safer, it's steadier, it's long-term.
And how much does someone need to start?
$50, sometimes even less. Investing isn't about the amount, it's about the habit. A person who invests $50 a month will retire wealthier than someone who invests $500 once a year.
Say that again, and slower.
A person who invests $50 a month, every month, will retire wealthier than someone who invests $500 once a year. Because consistency beats intensity.
That's profound. Let's dig into something emotional again. The blocks. Fear, shame, comparison, and doubt.
Fear is the biggest one. Fear of failure. Fear of trying and not succeeding. Fear that you're too late. Fear that you'll embarrass yourself. Fear that you're not smart enough.
And shame?
Shame is heavy too. It tells you, you should have figured this out by now. Shame tells you, you're behind. Shame tells you, people will judge you if you try. But shame loses its power when you speak truth.
And comparison?
Comparison is toxic. We see someone making $10,000 a month online and think we're failing. We forget that we're comparing our beginning to someone else's chapter 10. Comparison kills progress.
I think someone listening is crying right now because these blocks are real.
They are, but blocks can be broken. Slowly, gently, with kindness.
Before we close this part of the episode, I want to lead a short, gentle moment for the listeners. Take a breath. In through your nose, hold it, and out slowly. Now say quietly or in your mind, I am allowed to start. I am allowed to learn. I am allowed to grow. I am allowed to build a life I've never seen before.
That was beautiful. I felt that.
I did too. All right. We're moving into the final stretch of this episode, and this is where everything we've talked about, the emotional work, the financial stability, the skills, the first income, the building of confidence, it all comes together. This is where we create the actual blueprint, the path someone can follow, not perfectly, not quickly, but steadily, deliberately, humanly.
Yes, and I want everyone listening to hear this clearly before we go any further. You can build wealth, even if you're scared, even if you're behind, even if you've made mistakes, even if you feel too old, even if you feel too young, even if you've failed before. You can build wealth, because wealth is not a moment. Wealth is a journey.
Let's go into that journey. Let's build the path step by step. Not just the financial steps, but the emotional ones too. You've told me off mic before that there are 4 stages of building wealth. Not 10, not 20, just 4. And each one matters deeply.
Yes, let's walk through them slowly, with intention. And I want anyone listening to feel each stage, emotionally, because your heart builds wealth just as much as your hands and your mind. Stage 1, stabilize. Stage 2, skill, up. Stage 3, grow income. Stage 4, invest consistently.
Let's take them one at a time, slowly.
Stage 1, stabilize. This stage is emotional. It requires courage, honesty, and gentleness. It's the stage where you look at your finances without fear. You track what you earn. You track what you spend. You stop new debt. You build a micro-emergency fund, even if it's just $100 at first.
And even that tiny emergency fund creates a psychological shift. It tells your brain, we're not drowning anymore.
Exactly. Stabilization isn't sexy. It's not flashy. It won't impress anyone on Instagram, but it's the foundation of everything.
Let's leave a few seconds of quiet here to honor the courage it takes to stabilize. Okay, stage 2, skill up. This is the creative stage, the curious stage, the stage where people learn who they can become.
Yes, this is the rebirth stage. Because when you learn a new skill, you meet a new version of yourself. Skill building is emotional because it brings up vulnerability. It makes you feel like a beginner again, like you're clumsy, like you're not good enough. But that's exactly what growth feels like.
Yes. People think growth feels like confidence, but growth often feels like awkwardness.
Exactly. Real growth feels uncomfortable. It feels like fumbling through a dark room before you find the light switch.
What's the most important thing someone should remember while building a skill?
That mastery is not the goal. Progress is. In the beginning, you don't need to be great. You just need to be willing. Willing to try, willing to learn, willing to feel awkward, willing to make mistakes, willing to keep going.
Say that last part again.
Willing to keep going. That's the secret.
Let's move to stage 3, growing your income.
This stage is exciting but intimidating because it's not just about money. It's about identity. It's about believing I can earn more. That mindset shift alone is massive.
Let's get practical again. How does someone grow their income from a skill?
First, make your first $100. That's your starting line. Then, repeat the process. Turn 100 into 200, 200 into 300. Then take on more clients or raise your rate. You build confidence by building evidence.
And time? What if someone truly feels too busy?
Then they need to reevaluate their time, not with judgment, but with honesty. 15 minutes a day becomes 90 hours in a year. 90 hours can change everything. You grow your income by growing your skills and your courage.
I want to acknowledge something emotional here. Growing income requires self-belief, something many people have had taken from them.
Yes, especially people who grew up in survival mode, or in households where money conversations were negative, or where worthiness was tied to struggle. Growing your income means giving yourself permission to be more than what you were taught.
That's beautiful. Okay, stage 4. The long-term stage. Invest consistently.
Yes, this is the quiet stage, the patient stage, the stage where wealth grows slowly, quietly, in the background. Investing is the step where the future version of you, 10, 20, 30 years from now, begins to breathe easier.
Explain why investing is emotional.
Because investing requires trust. Trust in yourself. Trust in the future. Trust that things will get better. It requires you to believe in tomorrow, even if today is hard.
That's so true.
Investing is not about being rich. It's about reclaiming your future from fear. That's why even $50 a month matters. It's a symbol that you are building something, that you are planting seeds, that you believe in the future version of you.
That is one of the most beautiful ways I've ever heard investing described.
Thank you. And it's true. When poor and working class people invest, it is an act of rebellion. It is saying, my story will not end where it started.
I want to pause and honor that. Let's shift gears. Because growth isn't easy, and there are days when people want to give up. Days when they feel tired, days when they're overwhelmed, days when nothing seems to be moving forward.
Yes, I've had many of those days, and I want people to know it is normal to feel tired. It is normal to feel discouraged. It is normal to feel like it's not working fast enough.
So, what should someone do on the days when they feel like quitting?
3 things. 1, rest, don't quit. Sometimes the most productive thing you can do is breathe, sleep, or cry. Rest is part of the process. 2, return to your why. Why are you doing this? Who are you trying to protect? What future are you trying to build? Let your why pull you forward. 3, shrink the step. If you can't take a big step today, take a tiny one. Learn for 5 minutes. Read 2 pages. Send 1 message. Tiny steps keep you moving.
That's so compassionate. I love that.
We don't need more people telling us to hustle. We need more people telling us to heal while we grow.
Yes. I want to guide a short imagination exercise, like we did earlier, but deeper, to help listeners connect with their future self.
Let's do it.
Okay. If you're listening, relax your shoulders, unclench your jaw, take a slow breath in, hold, and release it gently. Now imagine yourself 5 years in the future. Imagine the version of you who stabilized their life, who learned new skills, who grew their income, who invested consistently. Imagine the version of you who is calm, steady, protected, proud. What are they wearing? Where are they living? Who are they surrounded by? How do they speak? How do they stand? How do they breathe? That version of you is not imaginary. It's a blueprint. It's a reflection of your potential. And every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to them.
Jenna, that was beautiful. I felt my own future self standing right beside me. Mine too.
Before we wrap up, let's give people the clear blueprint, the whole thing, in one flowing moment.
Yes, here it is. Stabilize your life. Track your money. Face your truth. Build your first small emergency fund. Stop new debt. Then build skills. Pick one skill. Be willing to be bad at it for 30 days. Practice consistently. Then grow your income. Make your first $100 from a skill. Repeat the process. Believe you deserve more. Then invest. Gently, slowly, consistently. $50 at a time. Believe in your future.
That is a life-changing blueprint.
Anyone can do this. Even if you're scared. Even if you feel behind. Even if you feel lost. You can do this. You can build wealth. You can build peace. You can build stability. You can build a life you are proud of.
Let's pause to honor the beginning someone is taking today. Marcus, thank you. Thank you for your vulnerability, your honesty, your heart, your story, and your wisdom.
Thank you, Jenna. This conversation meant more to me than I can say.
To everyone listening, thank you for joining us for the very first episode of Money Moves with Jenna. If this episode helped you, if it touched you, if it made you feel seen, please share it with someone who needs it. Follow the show, send in your questions, and remember, you are not behind, you are beginning, and beginnings are sacred. We'll see you next time.